Hey guys, how you doing? I thought I'd do a little bit of a different video today, just more of the collection really. I didn't notice until I've started sort of cleaning the shelves and looking through cabinets and that, how much stuff I've got to do with the Death Star and the turrets and that sort of thing. There was differences between A New Hope, obviously, and Empire and Return of the Jedi. There's the A New Hope turret, which is my favourite and the biggest, and that's what we're going to talk about in a minute. I'll zoom in and stuff. Then there was the obscure stuff in the background. There was like the crane, and what I liked about the crane was I found some reference pictures, and it was more of a tan colour. I think this is the same shade that the tiles were painted in. This is one of Guy Cohen's original tiles that he's cast. Again, more on that in a bit. But some of these were done in, I think it was mud or an earth, or it was a tanned colour anyway. So they were patchy and broken up. So the screen, when you went past, it wasn't just a grey, I suppose. It was just a way of changing up the image. But the same colour that was on them, I believe this was painted in. As I say, there was one sort of shot, I can't remember where it was from. I think it was from the behind the scenes Facebook group, but it showed the Death Star crane in a much more tanned, almost like I think it's trench run or trench olive or something guys called it, but it's that particular shade. Then there was, again in A New Hope, the silos that I haven't finished, but these sort of stood apart like that in some of the shots, and there was the like a cross section, that was the C-Lab part, and tons of C-Lab was used, and obviously C-Labs cost a fortune now, so it would be daft for me to pay out, even if I could find them, it would be a rare opportunity to pay out for the kit parts to finish these, so I've had to use casts of the C-Lab parts. I mean, these are the same things that I think you can find in the wing well of the X-Wing. But yeah, these, again, quite obscure background stuff that was used in A New Hope. They were also on the backpack of the Space Stormtrooper that you can see that Joe Johnston played, and they mirrored him or added him twice, and you can see two Stormtroopers on the pan in, and their backpack had those two silos. Then there was the shot, the further away shots. These were on top of the higher altitude or lower altitude, the bigger tiles. You can see these with, I think I'm correct in saying that. And this was a kit that Salzo did a run on for a while, and that has, I think these were the Kawasaki, oh no, I don't know if they're Kawasaki parts, handles at the front of the suspension of the Kawasaki kit, or I'm not sure, but yeah, that was quite a smart thing, that was. And then you've got the atrocious Master Replicas, basically a toy Y-Wing that came with the the Y-Wing that came with the Y-Wing. This is the turret that came with the Y-Wing. Yeah, it's got the old made in China underneath. It's not studio scale, not accurate. It's a weird thing, but it sits with the Y-Wing, I suppose, just to complement it somewhat, which I don't know why they did that. And then one of my favourites is this beautiful little thing that Lee Ralph cast for me. These are the Return of the Jedi ones, and I think these might be the Yamaha guns, I'm not sure. But these were funky because they were painted with the red slashes on and that sort of thing to go with the red pipe work that was under the Death Star. So, oh yeah, and then this is an actual part from Return of the Jedi. It's a vacuum formed part from the inside of the Death Star when the Falcon's shooting through, being chased by the TIE Fighter, or with the X-Wings and the TIE Fighters. So yeah, quite a nice little selection here. I'll move these around and zoom in and get a better look at them. Okay, so this is the A New Hope Death Star turret. I think this was the first shot that ILM made, actually. They printed out a picture and it said our first shot, and it was the crew, the ILM team wrote on it to George, our first shot, which was quite nice. I think that and the escape pod was the first two images and sections of the film they recorded. But the base of this model was it started off as a 3D file from Dave G, an open source file, and he even did a video, I think, on his on Tested, and it's wonderful. It starts off as just a wooden box, 2 boxes, laser cut and MDF. All these panel lines are laser cut, which is kind of nice, and it makes it like a precise, but that's kind of not how the ILM one looked. The ILM one was a little bit more haphazard, but still immaculate and looked beautiful, but just the lines and the panels and that sort of thing was slightly less uniform than this one. But there's some really expensive stuff in here. The Stug kit, I think that was from that was the Stug, the 116 or 112 or 125th, I can't remember, but it was a Bandai model, I think. Really expensive, but luckily Mike Salzo again came to the rescue and did a huge parts bag of resin cast parts, and it was one of the most enjoyable models to put together, because it was literally 2 boxes and then a case of sticking on parts. There was no measuring, cutting, all that sort of thing that I struggle with. And it was just great fun, just building this up. Okay, we've got a bit of a close-up now. So what's nice about these, initially what I straight away look at are the guns, the MiG engines. I believe they're MiG engines. They just look so cool. I just love the way they look. All the parts around here are the 148th Panther G Bandai parts. All this is the Bandai Panther G. Even these parts up here. If we look back, the strip here, all these T's are the same T as the back of the Y-wing strut at the back. That there, just wait for that to focus. Sorry, those struts at the back, they are the same as these T's. So you have to hand saw loads of them down and make a sort of a cog or a rotating sort of display. What you might notice here as well is the droid strip from the X-Wing. They're also on Death Star tiles as well, the big Death Star tiles. I think that was an AMT trailer ladder cut up. The plows at the back, these are at the bottom of the Millennium Falcon. Sorry about the shaky camera. What else have we got? Oh yeah, that's the AMT trailer as well. But yeah, it's one of my favourites, and the paint job, that was kind of some artistic license. I went a bit overboard with the weathering, but that was simply because I can, because it was just so much fun. It's your model at the end of the day, and you can paint it how you want. And I just was having so much fun. I couldn't put the airbrush down. I was just having a blast painting it. Yeah, there we go. So that's the studio scale A New Hope turret. It doesn't have the moving armature. It does have an armature inside that these are connected to, that goes up and down, but it's not the moving one like you've seen, like Lee Stringer's one and a few other people have done the moving one, which is lovely. But I just stuck with the basic one. Okay, moving on to this one. This was the Death Star crane. This was the colour. A New Hope trench olive oxide. That's what I used. So that's the colour that's on the tiles, and what the you know, this had the other smaller turret had on it. So that's the colour that can be found over the tiles. But yeah, this was great fun. Again, weathered over the top because I was just having so much fun with it. It's a SAT-V, FX SAT-V can, just like the backs of the Y-Wings. That was a Hanomag? I can't remember what it looks like it. Hanomag cut up. The Kentworth chassis, I think. That's what you'll find, again, on the New Hope Falcon, all over that one. That again, I think that was Kentworth. 8 rad at the back. More SAT-V. I think I scratched that triangle. We couldn't find that. Couldn't ID that. That was Yamato, I think. Ford. Panther. And yeah, it was just great fun to paint and shade. It was just something that you see for a split second on film, but it was just a joy to sort of weather and do the streaking. These bits go on top. I haven't put them on yet. That was, again, Yamato, I think. And that goes somewhere. It's such a long time since I've looked at it, I can't remember. So, yeah, that's another obscure thing, along with the silos. And these can be seen. I should have got the Chronicles book, actually. I might go and get that so you can see what they look like on screen. But these were the AMT tanker trailer silos. You need 2 of those plonked on top, and I think, what else on there? 148 Panther G. What were those? AMT wheels. These were the headlights over the back of the Shermans. More SAT-V. So yeah, another strange one that, again, if I can get the middle FX part, not FX, C-Lab, sorry, parts, I can finish that off and do another streaking over the top weathering paint job on that. What else? There's the, oh yeah, the little nifty turret that Lee Ralph mastered. This was great fun. You'll see these come up on Prop Store, and I think Lee used the Prop Store auction to master this one. But whenever I get hold of Lee's work, I'm just amazed by it. I don't even want to look at my stuff anymore. The way he's built, it's just immaculate. So yeah, that was great fun to paint that one, because it was all haphazard and strange. Yeah, oh, and guys tiles. So I might even make up a dia or something, or some sort of display with all these next to it. They'll be painted with the A New Hope Death Star surface grey. But yeah, I'll just grab the Chronicles book, and then hopefully there's some pictures in there that I can show of what these come. Okay, so these are the 2 books I've grabbed off the shelf, the Chronicles and the Archives book. And that has a picture in here that shows, if I can get it, oh, sorry. There, you can see the silos quite clearly. There, just resting on one of the tiles, and the turret in the foreground. And that's them. And then you can see Guy's tile, this actual tile, you can see right there. And there it is. That's Guy's one. That's the shape. They're 3. 1, 2, 3. That's that exactly cast from it, which is really nice to have. So yeah, that's oh yeah, the turrets. can be seen everywhere. There's one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. They're dotted all over the place, and they're sometimes there they are. That's that one. So it can even be shot like that. There's a few without the actual turret on top. So you don't realise how much is going on that Death Star scene. It's just tons and tons of little extras and things that we haven't even began to ID yet. Well, I haven't, at least. I mean, even the two little lasers there. It's just it's brilliant. I love diving into this and exploring it and seeing what little secrets we can find. But anyway, thanks for looking, guys. I hope everyone's safe. I seem to think every day I'm going to get ill with something, but I keep taking the tests and we're okay and the family's okay, and I hope you guys are too, and I hope everyone can have a good Christmas. Oh, one last thing. It's a quick update on the X-Wing. It looks really dark here, but I've given it some weathering. So, yeah, that's how this is looking at the moment. So, there you go. Cheers, guys.